this was offered to us, they said it was one of 3 in the world. We are back by popular demand. We got a couple shoes for you, got some bangers, but today we are starting off with Di'orr Greenwood's collaboration with Nike SB. Now, I'm going to preface this entire episode that we are not Navajo, we are not Native American, so we don't want to misspeak on anything on this shoe. However, we just want to give you guys a visual representation of what's going on this shoe, what we see, what we can interpret, and we'll go from there.
But what we might get wrong or off or might not know the answer to, I need the answers in the comments.
Please, we need it.
Because you had some
guy Yellow Horse. So I'm gonna tell you right now, when I posted this, the entire like Navajo Nation came out.
Like the ones that follow you.
Yes, like they want this. They want this shoe bad. They're like, they're basically saying like, this shoe embodies everything of their culture all thrown into one shoe.
So in other words, they did a good job.
Yes, they're saying she did an awesome job. So let's start there and jump into who Di'orr Greenwood is. Di'orr Greenwood, she is a Navajo artist. She is based out of Arizona. She makes wood flutes. She makes skateboards. That's obviously where this collaboration came in with Nike SB. And she does a lot of the stuff kind of like what Jordan does, where they'll do like the Sunday meetup and have the whole community come out and they'll give away a shoe. So Jordan does that here in the Dallas Metroplex. He's our manager here, owner of Gasoline. If you guys ever want to go to a cool skate event, definitely check his out.
So what you have here on the right foot is the Big Dipper and the Little Dipper on the left foot. If you look though, it looks almost like it's sewn on, but really what they did is they just pegged little holes.
Oh, it's painted?
And then they just drew like a straight line across connecting the dots.
But it is indented into the leather though.
It is?
Yeah, feel it.
Oh, wow, it is.
It's indented into the leather.
But you see a little constellation star, some more little galaxy hits. I think on the toe, the left toe, you can see some other stars.
You can see that big star on there.
Do you think that's the North Star?
Good.
It's bigger than the other stars.
If I'm not mistaken, I think that plays a very big role in their culture.
Okay.
So I will say the number one thing about this shoe though is everybody's calling this a boneless SB Dunk High. Yeah. Because it's deconstructed.
And the crazy part is that the material gives off to me like a rawhide material that they would, if you were to skin like an animal or something like that. So I do like that. I do like the material it gives. I like that there's no padding on the insides because it gives like that real, I want to say like moccasin style feel to it, if that's the right word. But look what I just noticed when I was fucking with it.
What?
Boom.
Oh, what does it say?
Water is life.
Water is life. Does this one say something different? Yeah. Oh, water is life.
I don't think that.
And then the other one says nothing.
It doesn't say
anything. That's cool. Water is life.
Turquoise is the majority color of the shoe, which is very prominent in Native American and Navajo culture.
Yep.
And then also, now that I'm looking at it, I feel like this is like clay stone or clay.
There is a lot of red clay over there.
A lot of red clay over there. Yeah. So I like how they played with both those colors.
I do see this too. I feel like I see this on a lot of like blankets and different imagery that I've seen of Native American, you know, culture, etc. But it also, maybe it has something to do with the sun, which I'm seeing on the back. Is that the sun rising over a mountain or a tree or what is that? You know, I don't know.
That's actually a great analysis.
We don't know?
We tried to look this up. We couldn't figure out exactly what it was. I just know that stars, earth, mountains, nature, things of that matter play a big concept with everything that they do. So I wouldn't be surprised if that was that.
It has to mean something.
And this was that as well. But I mean, the stars.
Pull your insole out. Because I want to say these,
I was looking at that.
They're both different. This one is Arizona.
And I'm assuming that is too.
Yeah, that's Window Rock.
Window Rock?
Yep.
Window Rock, okay.
And it's a place in Arizona?
Yep.
Nice, okay. Window Rock, learn something.
Very cool.
Nice, and some plateaus.
Yep. There's a lot going on this shoe. A lot going on this shoe. And there's probably stuff that's hidden that we don't even see.
I wonder what this little symbol is, unless it's maybe, maybe it's her logo, or I'm not sure.
See that. This one doesn't have it, by the way. This is just a regular. Nah, look, there's nothing. Nothing underneath.
And then also something I noticed was just it was a random green. I don't know if that was
and this too
to play on anything, but a random green, just two little hits.
It has to just be like their like traditional clothing, tapestries and stuff. It's using all the same colors.
Fire, super cool shoe.
Yeah, I think this has a great story behind it.
Yeah, every SP has a great story behind it for the most part. Guys, please teach me some more. Please, I'd love to know anything that I missed out on, and correct me if we were wrong about anything. And then also, please let us know what this means.
We want to know. This is the Reimagined Jordan 4 Black, Red, or Bred. So this is part of the whole Reimagined series, everything that's coming out. Starting with the box, they've done something different to most of the boxes, right? They're usually like aged.
Yeah.
Which this one is not aged.
At all.
So all they did is they flipped the box. So typically this is on the bottom, black's on the top, and they flipped it for this shoe.
The quality of this shoe is amazing.
It's crazy good.
By using the good leather all around, you can see it made the tongue way more bigger
it's like
and
the
puffier.
it's like the old Jordans.
Man, and so not only from head to toe, but all around is it just leather. Literally tongue, toe, side panels, everything about it seems more padded in all honesty. I don't know if it's because of the materials they use are just more premium or what, but does it feel like even the back, doesn't the back look a little more like a fat blue?
I have seen, have you seen the other people that are posting it? They have the hang tags. The hang tags are all black instead of the orange. Yeah, it's like an all black one. I'm personally not as big of a fan of it being all leather.
I love it because it's gonna hold up a lot better.
Yeah.
I think as far as scuffs, dirt, water, anything, drinks, anything like that, I think it's going to serve a better purpose of durability, being the all leather.
I will say the quality though is like, this is A1 leather.
Did the prices of the 4s go up yet?
I don't know.
I wonder if this one's going to come out a little bit more or not. You think it would?
Just because it's premium. Okay, this is my take. You remember back in the day when Jordan was trying to do the remastered program?
Of course.
They came out with the remastered program. They made all the retails way higher, and then they gave you premium materials, and then everybody like it flopped. It was a huge flop. So now I'm like, is the Reimagined kind of like their like
take on that?
Yeah, like their new like version 2.
But it's also giving you what you want. But
Yes,
just
exactly. Like that's kind of where I was thinking about that the other day randomly.
So the Reimagineds are typically supposed to be what it looked like back in the day, correct?
No, no, it's just a reimagine, like imagining that shoe a different way. This one is reimagined, so they just reimagined it with different materials, but it's not aged. You know what I mean?
No, it doesn't. There's no cracking or anything like that. No old box with the receipt.
But then you have this one was aged.
Maybe it's the concept of like reimagine you at this time going back into time and reimagining yourself buying it.
I think it's just a reimagined concept, and this one was aged. But it wasn't that aged.
And they used the original Nike.
Yeah, but it wasn't like the whole shoe was aged. Like this one was way more aged. Like even the sole had the white all over it.
So those two look like they're going back. These look like they're just creating a new reimagined form of
the shoe, right?
So I don't really know exactly what the true definition of Nike when they say reimagined, and I don't think anyone's actually described it. But
I have heard Mr. Unloved Ones was saying that there's another Jordan 1 now that's coming, the black toe I think, is the next one.
That's what I saw.
But he was saying each one will be using a different material. So this one was your leather, this one went suede, and then the third one will be some other material. He kept saying the patent Bred. The patent Bred is part of the Reimagined series.
Was it?
Yeah, he said the patent Bred was part of the Reimagined. I didn't think it was, but he would know.
I would look at it as in this kind of way.
He would know it's part of the Reimagined. So he said the patent Bred. So you have smooth leather, patent leather, this one suede. What's the fourth one going to be then?
I mean, this leather is better than that leather.
Yeah, I mean this was still good,
about it.
but this is premium leather.
For sure.
That shoe's gonna bang.
This is a cop. If anybody knows any more deep information on exactly what Reimagined means, because I feel like it's misleading because everything that they're doing is kind of has its own way to it, and I feel like, I mean, in all reality, as long as they keep bringing these OG colorways back, I'm not even gonna be mad.
It's way better than the remaster program,
because I would rather you reimagine. Okay, hear me out. This sounds kind of weird. Okay. I'd rather you reimagine the shoe that everybody loves than just constantly redropping the shoe that
over and over and over and over.
Like, I don't want the black toes to come out. I don't want the black and whites to come out.
Well, that's like when they dropped the Chicago, when they dropped the Reimagined Chicago, prices of the 2015 started dropping, and then when they figured out it was a Reimagined,
the same one,
it went back up.
So. Yeah, I would rather you not re-retro certain ones and keep creating like this,
switch it,
and give it some time before it comes back out again, because that's what everybody wants. But if you give everybody everything that they want, then eventually no one's gonna care.
Because back in the day, it was what, every 6 years? It would be like 5 to 6. It'd be a guarantee.
Which is crazy because like UNCs are now ready for that. Black Toes are now ready for that.
Chicago's
2014. It's ready for that. Yeah. Like there's so many shoes that are ready for that. And then eventually,
Aqua 8s, I think
eventually Bred's are ready for that. Eventually the fucking Bred toe will be. But it's like most of those shoes that it's named are 5, 6 years and they're up for a re-retro. And I'm glad that they're not. And just like Jeff Staples said, man, like, give some of these Jordan silhouettes a rest.
Like Jordan 1, he said what? That needs to just be stopped for like a year or two.
2 years, yeah.
And then people would covet them again, I think.
I think that would help.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And not only that, but just stop putting out several different colorways. Like, give some thought into it. And if we're only re-retroing and then throwing some sprinkled collabs in there, I'm cool with it. But just if you're giving me like Volt Yellows and what was the crazy colored one, the biohacks and stuff like that, I'm just like, come on, man, we can hold on those.
You know what? Another crazy fact that Mr. Unloved once said today. He said there's only 2 collab Jordan 1 highs all year. Spider-Man, Union.
Oh, you're saying so far then?
So far, these are the only 2 collab Jordan 1s, he said. And I was like, really? I was like, I felt like more have come out. Was that this year?
Yeah, Tiana Taylor.
Oh, Jordan 1 High, OG. That's a comfort. But Jordan 1 High OG, he said that's the only 2 collab shoes all year. So this supposedly, I'll tell you kind of what I was told, like, right? So when this was offered to us, they said it was 1 of 3 in the world. Okay, this was featured in I think it was the Miami museum where Virgil had a exhibit. There was one there. We have one. Sneaker Knockers has another one. Yeah, shout out. And then we posted it, and then Bari DMs me, and he sends me a video or picture, and he was like, I got one too.
So there's 4.
So there's 4 of what
that we know
of. Right, so I don't know, but supposedly this is scrapped. This is canceled. I think the whole story behind the Grim Reaper and like,
which is what we think is, we don't know if it's true,
right?
But we think that Virgil was giving us clues about his time. The first time I ever saw the Grim Reaper, and it might have been the first time he did it, I'm not sure, was at the Church and State gift shop, which was in his first exhibit he ever did in the MCA in Chicago when he was still alive. He did these like acrylic art pieces that was like a plastic acrylic, and he had Felix the Cat, the Grim Reaper, and
like a couple other pieces. Small ones, like little squares.
They were $500 a square. A couple other ones. That was the first time I ever noticed it.
It was like he hit me up like
we bought one for him. His mom
was like, buy one. He's like, you gotta need to buy some.
His mom was like, what do you think Christian would like? And I told her that one. She bought it for him. That's the first time he did it, and that was probably like 2 years out from him passing, and I'm sure he knew by then that he was diagnosed with something. So I think he was just kind of.
Then he did the snowboard. You have the snowboard,
I had the snowboard, the Burton snowboard, where it has it going all the way down. And he was still alive whenever that dropped.
And then just recently, the yellow Air Force 1 mid with the Grim Reaper stitched right here on the back. That dropped. This is the last one, I guess.
And all over. Super cool. Too much going on for me, but I do like the black white with the neon. I think that's pretty classic and cool to me. I'm just not a fan of the blockings that they did on the bottom shoe. I don't think anybody really is.
No, I'm telling you. Remember what I told you I want to do? I want to take, not this shoe, obviously not this one, but like all the Air Force 1 off-white mids that I do have, I want to soul swap them to just regular Air Force 1s. Yeah, like, I feel like it'd be so wearable at that point.
Super dope. 1 of 4.
I will say this. Look, it's 2023 on the zip tie. What's production date?
I'm curious if they're ever gonna draw more off-whites, bro.
I know, like real
deal off-whites.
8/18/22 to 10/24/22.
But they did use like his old logo that he ran with the last capsule when he was alive, with the face and the hand, was part of like his new capsule that he did for Off-White. So they did have that on the insole, and then the big air graffiti hit on the tongue. But I don't think there's any other like little hidden messages or anything on here. I think it's pretty cut and dry.
Yeah.
What's next? That's the real question. Guys, we appreciate it. Early Bird Boys are back. We are dropping more Early Bird episodes because you guys asked for it.
If you guys do want us to keep dropping more episodes, please let us know.
Just let us know. Also, we will be at God Soul November 18th here in Dallas. So if you're in Texas or Dallas or in the surrounding areas, please pull up. It'll be our first God Soul ever. And Compass Con right afterwards. We're going to take a flight right then for the last day at Compass Con. So we'll also be at Compass Con on Sunday as well. But at the God Soul event, we'll be doing the exclusive merch drop like we always do, and as well as having early birds on deck. So please pull up, cop a shirt, take a pic, check out some shoes, and let us know down below which shoes you're rocking with out of these 3. We'll see you guys out.
P.S. You know you seen it here first. Any questions? You could buy it all at the private selection. P.S. You know you seen it here first. Any questions? You could put it on at the private selection. P.S. You know you seen it here first. Any questions? You could buy it all at the private selection. P.S. You know you seen it here first. Any questions? Go sneaker shopping at the private selection.